Saw Connor Manning taking some first-team reps toward the end of practice. How's he coming along?
He's coming along. He's in the mix there for that #2 quarterback spot with Brandon and Schultz. And we held Travis again this morning. And again, it's precautionary. We don't think there's anything other than a mild sprain, but we'll see how it progresses this afternoon and tomorrow. Hope to have him back for sure by Saturday, but we'll see.
#2 spot on that roster. You say 3 guys are in competition for that. Would you like to make that decision after Saturday's scrimmage?
We need to. We will make that decision after Saturday's scrimmage. And we'll come out on Monday. Because next Monday we're starting game mode and preparations for Utah State. So we need to have the quarterback depth solidified.
After you watched the tape yesterday and looked at your corners, I know you were still limited because of some injuries, but did you see some progress at the corner spot, or is it still a work?
Saw some bad technique. The tendency is when you start to get fatigued, your technique starts to deteriorate. Especially with a young player, and so that's something that we got to keep working hard on. Is technique. It's such a technical position with the footwork, and so. But the upside is there's a lot of ability there, a lot of speed, a lot of quickness.
So McGill have all the tools, he just needs to get the weight down. Is his technique and everything good?
He's got good technique, he still can refine a little bit more, he's got great length, but his size right now is to his detriment. He's a little bit sluggish.
Disappointed that he didn't take better care of that this summer. I mean, that's kind of
Absolutely disappointed.
Senior leadership probably looking for a little bit more there.
For sure.
To be honest with you,
Anything else to tape from yesterday?
Yeah, throw game is still not anywhere near good enough. It wasn't good enough last year. I expect this year again until we prove to the athlete. So that's something for us. I said it in the offseason for us. Take the next step in this conference. The throw game on offense has got to be more productive.
Is that every part of the throw game, or is
every part? Protection, accuracy with the QBs, route structure with the wideouts, less drops. It's a compilation of the entire offense doing better in their respective phases.
Do you feel like the next 2 weeks is enough time to clean that up?
Has to be. Yeah, and we actually have about 12 practices, I think, is what we've got left to get that.
Your offensive line as a whole, are you pleased?
Pleased but not satisfied. Everything is a work in progress. They've done a nice job at this point in spring, fall, but they still need to continue to improve, as does everyone on the football team. This conference we're in is extremely talented, and you got to bring your A game every week, and we got a lot of improvement that needs to take place in a lot of areas between now and August 29th.
How did they do during the summer, conditioning-wise? Are they in shape?
Well, we weren't there, but because coaches can't be there, but our strength coaches do a very good job with our guys in the summer. However, football shape is different than running shape. There's some carryover and some obviously some benefits, but you got to get in football shape, and it's a different type of thing than what they do during the summer. It's tough to simulate that in the summer. You don't have pads, you don't have balls, you're not allowed to do those things, and so you try to do it the best you can, but there's still going to be a process in fall camp that gets you where you need to be as far as conditioning.
If you were going this weekend, who would be the safety opposite of Rowe right now?
Probably Charlie Henderson, but him and Tyron Morris are in a good battle for that.
Charlie's come a long way then, because Tyron played there for you last year.
Yeah.
Charlie's just made the switch.
Yeah, Charlie had a good spring, and he's really an aggressive kid, tough kid, and he's got really good quickness. Doesn't have the size Tyron has, and but Tyron, we're not counting him out by any means.
Right.
Right now, I'd say Charlie has the edge.
Any news on Tevin Carter?
He's not going to be here.
Okay.
Tevin will not be here, and so we're pretty well set for with the roster. We actually are waiting on 1 or 2 other guys that are walk-ons to get through some hoops, but as far as that goes, the recruiting class of 13 is now intact or not intact, as the case may be.
Probably disappointing because you were really counting on him.
Yeah, absolutely. We were counting on him big time, and he was going to fill a void for us, and came up short.
Talking about safety depth and everything, could you give us an update on the progress that you've seen in Clarence Smith? He's obviously been taking the initiative and seeking coaches out soon after.
Yeah, he's at safety due to lack of personnel there. Ultimately, he's going to be a linebacker. We know that. He knows that. He's kind of like Brian Bucking, as far as a 215-pound rangy guy that could probably function at safety. And we're trying to see if that can happen for this season, since Tevin's not going to be here. but we know ultimately he's going to grow into linebacker size, and that's going to happen. If we find if we have some guys emerge at safety, then we can move them this year. But right now, I don't know if that's going to happen.
What are you guys? Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
What are you guys looking for out of him in order for him to be able to play this year instead of redshirting?
Well, nobody's redshirting right now, so there's no such thing as a redshirt in this program at this point in time. And so if you can contribute, you're going to play. You're going to do whatever you can do to contribute. So to answer your question, special teams, he's on some special teams right now, and that's usually the first place a freshman can make his mark is by contributing on special teams.
Where are you at with Blecken? Seems like it's a good day and a bad day, a good day and a bad day.
I talked to him today. We need him out there more and more as the time comes closer to we're in line up and play. He's got to be getting more reps if he expects to play this year.
Kickers, you said yesterday Andy Phillips is putting some distance between himself and the others. What are you seeing in Andy that's kind of distancing him from the other two kickers?
Consistency. He was 100% in our field goal period today. Now, at the end of practice, he was only 2 out of 4. Now, they were from 45 plus or 42 plus. But, so that was a little bit disappointing. But he has been much more consistent than any of the other kickers that we have in camp.
Are you concerned at all with the height difference between your starter and Wilson and the backup quarterback?
No, I think height's overblown at QB. I'll take Drew Brees in a second. He's 5'11", so height is not a major concern for me at quarterback. It's production.
Man after my own heart. Us minus 6 feet guys. You gotta stay together.
Okay.
Any newcomers to the pit? Anybody that got out of the pit?
Oh, let's see. That's a tough one because that pit is such a revolving door. Well, Travis was a newcomer to it yesterday. No newcomers. Well, Jake Murphy had a little bit of a sore knee, so he was in the pit today. Who did we get out? Seems like we got 1 or 2 guys out, but I'd have to go look at the sheet to tell you
I
exactly.
never heard what happened with Jason Whittingham. He was in the pit for a couple of days.
Hand surgery, and it looks like we'll miss him for 2 or 3 weeks.
2-3 weeks ago.
Today's the last day for injuries.
Okay.
Today is the last day.
Can you clean the notebook out then? What do you got?
There's nothing new that you don't know about. Everything's been discussed.
No top secret stuff.
No, we got Cedric Butasa out of the pit today. That's when we did get out. So he's feeling a lot better. But yeah, today's the last day for actually this afternoon.
Is Jason going to miss the Tuskegee game?
Most likely.
Okay.
Most likely.
So the goal, the Weber game, or would you?
I would say that would be a
maybe
realistic
looking
goal.
beyond that?
I think we would be a realistic goal. We'll see how he progresses.
And then Andy Phillips told me he was watching football games at Thanksgiving, and he and his family went out and kicked field goals at Alta High. And former ski guy, he said he came up with a goal. He wanted to play Division I football, and ski team guy, and that he obviously is a good athlete and he's focused on something. Is he the kind of kid that's got the mental toughness to be a good college football kicker?
Oh, without a doubt.
Disciplined
He's a
athlete.
downhill racer. I mean, you talk about toughness, and he's got some wipeouts on YouTube that are unbelievable. So he's a lot like, he's a warrior in the weight room, like Louis Sakota was, and Joe Phillips. Typically, your best kickers are tough guys, and they work hard in the weight room, and they get after it, and they're competitive. And he's in that same mold as Louis or Joe Phillips and those guys we've had come through there with very good kickers.
You ever had a ski team guy that's
I don't think so. I think he's the first ski team guy. Yeah,
and
to my recollection.
I think he's older too, isn't he? Like 24 years old.
I couldn't tell you that.
I mean,
I'm not sure how old he
but
is.
just given the fact that things he's done though, I mean, it sounds like he's the kind of guy that is a Louis Dakota type.
We hope so. That's what we see so far.
Okay, and then I'm sorry I missed the first part, but what did you learn from the tape from the scrimmage?
We got to throw the ball better on offense. Last year our throw game was abysmal. Nobody respected it, and they're going to have the same mentality this year. The people we play until we prove them different. So we've got to get the throw game much more productive than it is right now.
Any position groups or anything that you saw on tape that didn't see maybe live?
Running backs ran hard. They were productive. Made some things happen. Bubba Poole, Kelvin York did a nice job. And so all of them made a call. Although Carl put the ball on the ground one time, that was the negative from the running back group. Defensive line played good. Teddy Fanuku in particular, he was probably the highlighter of the headliner on defense. Corners, some good, some bad. Sloppy technique. Made some plays, but had some sloppy technique plays.
And then just a few things. Carter, is he
Out.
ever going to
Nope,
come to the
out.
program?
Well,
Done.
I wouldn't say ever. Not this fall.
Couldn't be a January guy. Or,
Could be a January, but not this fall. For this fall, he's out.
and then Stevie's injury, I never heard of
Season ending.
Well,
He's
that was
gone. Yeah.
What was that in?
Foot. Just a foot.
Just the foot.
Ligaments. Yeah.
Okay, and then was it Oliver had the foot?
Surgery. Yep.
Is he done too?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, you're having the best of luck with injuries. This
No,
season.
we're not, but that's part of the game. Next man up. It's the unfortunate part of the game is the injury factor, but the mechanism can't slow down when a guy gets injured. Everything's got to keep going full steam ahead and plug the next guy in.
Anybody else who lost for the season?
No, I can't think of anyone at this point in time other than the guys you mentioned.
Okay, and then Saturday, Monday, it's all about Utah State, also.
Starting Monday, we get into game mode because we're 10 days out.
So Saturday's scrimmage is huge as far as
They're all
positions.
huge.
They're all
Every
huge.
scrimmage is huge. Yeah. So
Is the weekend on
is
a lot
it huger
of
than
things
the
or
other
something?
huge ones?
Yeah, huger.
Probably not huger, but it's important, and we got to get things established and finalized. And we cannot continue to split the reps up as much as we are. We got to concentrate the reps starting on Monday.
With Mike